beautiful soul. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. It's been a while since I did one of these little sit down ones. But before I start, remember to like, share, and subscribe. So, you know, we can have more people join our channel, more chosen ones for confirmation and messages. Everything I tell you in these messages are confirmation. These are things you already know. I'm not telling you nothing new. I'm just confirming to you that this is what you know. Okay, so this has been on my heart for a little while now. So there is a dark side to being a light worker that we seem to never talk about. We talk about the hardships we go through. We talk about being a light worker. We talk about things like that. But we don't talk about the dark side to being a light worker, like what you gotta do. When you're a light worker, a chosen one, an earth angel, a god, a goddess, a divine being, whatever name you go by, there are constant attacks on you, on your life, on your family, whatever. And because you're a divine being, you can take it, you can handle it, and that's okay. That's cool. That's what you built for. We're warriors. However, when these attacks come from a person and it's evil eye, it's death magic, it's removing your stability, it's financial struggles, it's messing with your car, your well-being, your health, your home, your food, and you return the energy to where it comes from. You do what you're supposed to do. You return the energy to where return it to where it comes from. Whether you're sending it back to the person or you're sending it back into the darkness, you're returning the energy. You cleanse your energy. You call back in your essence. You call back in your strength. You speak to your spirit team as your strength. You're doing all the right things, right? But you keep freaking getting attacked. And you keep getting attacked from the same person. There is a point to where, at this point, there is a lesson that you need to learn. At this point, the lesson is no more. And you have the authority to do that, to call judgment. And no, you're not the judge. However, you have the power and the authority to call judgment on whoever is attacking you on a constant basis. And that is the dark side to being a light worker. Because, let me tell you why. When you call judgment, then the universe, karma, starts to shift, and all of those attacks that are being sent your way are going back to where they came from, which means, because it has to go somewhere, right? At this point, all the stuff that they're sending to you that you can handle because you're a divine being returns back to them. And they can't handle it because they're not a divine being. So it might cause someone to lose everything. But that is not your fault. And that is not your problem. Those are things that they called upon themselves. Because if they would have never sent it in the first place, it wouldn't have went back to them. You remember the old saying we was kids, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you? That's what it is. That's what karma is. That's what judgment is. You cannot save everyone. And yes, we take it. We take the attacks, we eat them, we keep moving. Because we built for that. They think it's so easy. We make it look so effortless. And maybe to us it is. I mean, of course, it is annoying, like a like a gnat at a barbecue. But we can handle attacks because we're warriors and we're built for attacks. And in every attack, we gain more power. We gain more strength. We gain more courage. We become more fearless. But for them, they're not a divine being. So if they sent you death magic, unfortunately for them, they call that upon themselves. You do not have to lash out. You don't have to do that. For what? All you have to do is call judgment when it's time to call judgment, when you're supposed to. That is a lesson. And when I say that's a lesson, I mean that is a major lesson for light workers that we have to learn, because we grew up being people pleasers. We grew up with narcissistic parents, egotistical, vindictive, manipulative individuals. They've been around us our whole life. So it's something that we've grown used to having to deal with. However, we're not supposed to. I mean, we're supposed to learn our lesson, but that doesn't mean that they get to keep doing it. That doesn't mean you get to continue to be their punching bag or their doormat. What they didn't know is how powerful you are. Actually, they could see your light. They could see that you are a star. They could see you shining. That's why they shit on you. But they didn't know how powerful you were. And the universe bends at your will because you have that power, because you're a divine being. Some people are just dark, some people are just evil, and there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is continue to shine brighter. Do not ever dim your light ever again, because I know you've been doing it, because that's what they tried to make us learn how to do. That's what they instilled in us. They tried to instill in us forever, but once you began to awaken to your spirituality, baby, ain't no more hiding. The more you awaken, the brighter you shine. It's not like you was hiding in the first place. You just didn't know how beautiful you shined your whole life. So, Lightworker, your lesson for today is learn how to call judgment on people when things keep happening. I'm not saying go out there and wild out. I ain't saying all of that now. I ain't saying, I ain't saying all of that, go out there and be like, judgment on you, judgment on you, judgment on you. I'm sorry, I crack myself up sometimes, but seriously, like, I'm not saying do all of that, but you wonder why things keep happening, weird things. Why come every time I get some money, it's gone? Why come every time I do this, it's that? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? And it's really not a question of why, because you already know. You already know. And when you really get that strength, when you're really intuitive, you know where it's coming from. You know exactly where it's coming from. People you ain't talked to in years. It's sending you death magic. It's sending you stability, to mess up your stability, knock off your foundation. You know this. You know exactly where it's coming from. And you return it with love. But now it's time for you to call judgment on it, sweetheart. That is a lesson, a big lesson for light workers to learn, and I want to make sure you learn it, because it was a big lesson for me, and I really didn't like it, but I had to. It was sent so much, so crazy. I didn't have a choice. And yes, it does make you feel a little, it almost feels like it go against your nature a little bit, but it doesn't, because there is a balance between light and dark. And even light, when there's a war, even light workers are warriors. What you thinking? We just sending love? No, we gotta get with it. Slaying demons? You don't slay demons with love. Light worker warriors are just as big body warrior monster beasts as demons. So I mean, because you gotta, it gotta be equal, right? The bigger, the stronger you become a light worker, the stronger your light work becomes, the stronger your divine being, energy, spirit, your intuitive thoughts, your spirituality, as you become bigger and bigger and bigger. And the bigger you become, the bigger the demons you gotta slay. And that's because you big enough to handle them. And no, again, we do not shoot no demon down with no little light and love. No, boo. That ain't how it go. Yes, light and love is part of it. But again, I say, there is a balance between light and dark. And you have to have your shadow side to slay these things. You have to have your light side to slay these things. So, strap in. That's all I can say. Strap in, baby. Get ready. Because it's your turn. You're going to have to defend yourself in ways you didn't realize that you was going to have to defend yourself. I mean, binding people. Binding energies. You're going to have to do it. Use your skills. There's another video about using your skills. Okay? Use your sage, use your Palo Santo, use your rope, use your candles. Use the tools that your spirit guides have given to you. You will be shown the proper tools that you need to use. Use them. You can just use your mind, but you have to believe. You have to know. It has to be intentional. You can bind somebody's energy just here. That's how they send you black magic. They don't have to be they don't have to be burning candles and making pentagrams, but I mean they might have did, but they don't have to. Constant thought, constant negative thought. They're sending towards you for your shit to fall. That's black magic. So you can do the same thing with light magic. Make it intentional in your mind and bind whatever energy it is that keeps sending your way. You can do that. But this video is about judgment. But I did want, to make sure y'all use y'all skills. Make sure y'all use the tools that you're supposed to, and salt. Do not forget about the salt, okay? The salt with no iodine, take take your spiritual baths, wash off that energy, wash off anything that's trying to attach itself to you. Take you some spiritual baths. Put your salt up around your bed if you need to. If you're getting attacked in your dreams, or put, salt in the four corners of your home. Keep demons out. Like, use your tools. But anyway, like I said, this video is about judgment. So you need to learn how to protect yourself, even with the tools. And calling judgment is still a way for you to protect yourself, and you need to do it. Otherwise, it's going to be, because when we go through cycles, you continue to go through the same cycle until you learn the lesson. And because judgment is so tough on most light workers, it's a cycle that we have to go through, and it's a cycle that we'll continue to go through until we learn the lesson. And learning the lesson is you can't save everyone, and you have to protect yourself, because they won't just attack you. They'll start attacking your children. They'll start attacking people around you. They will use people around you to attack you. So protect yourself at all times. Okay. I love you. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm done. I love you. And remember to vibe high.